In most organizations, what you discover is that the focus is on trying to get to greater and greater efficiency. Because the more efficient you are when you're doing anything, the more profitable you are. And that makes sense. Companies are designed and shaped to be profitable. And so you pull together a whole bunch of people, you build out a team, and you set it up so that you can drive towards efficiency. The challenge is for high performers, for some of your best talent, what you're having them do is actually go back and doing the same thing they did yesterday and the day before and the day before. That's how you get efficiency, is that you apply your resources, the people that you have on the team, you apply them to challenges they've already solved so that they can leverage all of their experience to do everything better and faster. The problem with that approach is that some people, not everyone, but some people are going to get bored. And if your best people get bored because they're doing the same stuff over and over, they leave. They vote with their feet. And if they walk out the door, it's very expensive to replace them. And also, of course, your efficiency goes down. Now, some of the best organizations out there, they understand that in order to continue to be at the top of the game, they have to innovate, they have to embrace innovation, and they have to actually pursue some level of research and development, some R&D, some attempt to figure out what's around the corner. Because you can't just hold on to your past success, you actually have to embrace the changing dynamics that allow you to stay the front runner over time. That means you need to experiment. And so you want to grab some people, and sometimes you want to grab some of your best people, and put them in the place of saying, hey, we know this isn't profitable today, but it is where our future revenue will come from. So we want you to try some new things. We want you to experiment. We want you to take your hand and see if you can co-create the future with us. So who do you put in that place? And who do you keep in the core business to make sure that you're driving efficiency and profit? Well, the good news is that there is a way to figure out which people are best suited to do one and which people are best suited to the other. And it's not based on their skill. It's not based on their experience. It's not based on how old they are, what color hair they have, how long they've been with a company, or any other thing. It is how they're wired. It's what we call their motivation code, and particularly, even though there are 32 different motivations in your M code, there are 8 different dimensions of motivation. And we at Motivations AI, with our motivation code, have figured out, right, how to ask you in a personality assessment, and the most accurate personality assessment ever, we've figured out how to put you in one of these as a predominant motivational dimension. And once you understand your motivational dimension, you can then figure out, right, how to engage your world. But if you're a leader, if you're a supervisor, if you're a boss, there's another benefit to having all your people figure out their M code. And that is that you can figure out who do you put into the efficient play? Who do you put into the profit-oriented play? Who do you put into the core business? And who do you put into experiments? Optimizers are folks who want to get more efficient. They're driven to do it. They solve the puzzle to make everything a little bit better. They naturally have ideas for how to make improvements. Those are folks you want in core. Influencers are folks who will gather others and say, come adopt this, come engage this. They are using their relationship skills actually for a purpose of getting people on board. And you want those on your main product because they're not selling the future, they're selling what exists today. And they're not even selling, they're just encouraging, but it's on something that is there already. Drivers are folks who are going to get things done. They're going to make a checklist. They're going to look at every hurdle, every challenge, and knock it down. You want drivers on your core projects. And of course, who's going to lead all those? You want your orchestrators, right? Those are the folks that pull different people from different parts of the organization together to make things happen. These 4 dimensions are the dimensions you want to put on your core projects. It's different if we're talking about the folks who you want to put on experiments, who will embrace experiments, No one better than learners, right? Who literally want to get out there and explore and figure out and try. Learners are fantastic. Of course, right? Visionaries are also going to be people who can see around the corner, and you want to bring those folks to the table to say, hey, let's cast lots of visions and then get learners to go experiment with some of those places and see. And achievers are folks who will say, look, I want the win. I want success. I want the win. I want the credit. I want to leverage my mastery, my expertise. Achievers will be the driving force, where learners may be like, let's just explore so that we can create the map. Achievers would be like, yes, we're exploring, but for a purpose, right? They will put direction to it. And relators are another part of that dynamic of going out. Everybody knows, right? When you're trying something new, you need customer research. You need to be talking to people. You need to connect. And you need to understand what you're reading, what you're hearing when you're collecting all that data. And relators do that best. So if you want to build up the organization or build up your the part of your organization that you may be weak in, right? If you want to build that up, learners, visionaries, achievers, and relators are who you want to put there. Now, of course, if you don't know who you have on your team, come sign up at motivationcode.com. We'll help you get there.